So it was
Hello,
actually a DJ
everyone.
show.
Welcome to It's Sybil. I am Sybil Wilkes, and the streets are rocking for some. How y'all doing?
Doing
Spectacular.
great.
Spectacular.
Quinn, you look like a young schoolgirl.
Oh, thank you.
Not this sage young woman, but you look like, like a little high schooler.
Oh, thank you. Well, I am in class, and also this call. But Black women, we do it all. So here we are.
Yeah. You fry it up in the bacon, and take it home in the pan. I know, something like that.
And then be president of the United States of America.
There you go.
Hello.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
You got to stand up.
Sorry.
Mine isn't quite as love it.
We are not coming back. We're not going back.
We're not going back.
Can I show mine?
Come too far.
But it's not political.
Mine is a crowd.
But I love this.
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can. And is that Lucy with a fro?
Yes.
In honor of the newest rappers to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Tribe Called Quest.
There you go. Stephen Hill, how are you?
You know what? Uptight, everything is all right. Out of sight. Out of sight.
I love CD.
My quiz question for you today is who wrote that song?
Stevie didn't write it?
Stevie was a part writer on that, but there's someone else.
All right.
Yes.
Can I Google
I'm going to give you a hint. You ready for the hint?
Well, she could probably Google it, but yeah.
If you read the newsletter today, you will know.
There you go. Thank you, Stephen Hill. You really do read our little newsletter.
Thank you. We already have it. Thank you.
It was not Smokey Robinson. Thank you very much. It was H2O Ice Baby. No, it's not Smokey Robinson.
Speaking of rappers, did you see the president spit some Eminem?
Oh my God!
Yes. Was that awesome?
What was that, Steve? What does that look? Is that a good thing?
Yo, look, here's the thing. Okay, I'm making it short. So Obama, remember Obama's first 4 years, and then he got reelected. And once you get reelected as a president, you don't have to run again.
You can just spread out.
His walk changed. I swear to God, if you look at his walk on January 21st,
and so did his playlist.
November of 2012, his walk changed. And last night, on the Eminem thing, he just overboard. He just went overboard. And he was in cadence. He had his own little cadence. Going side to side. And
I loved it.
Spaghetti.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, just Google it, Quinn, and all the rest who may not have seen President Obama last night in Detroit. He was on stage with Eminem. Eminem actually introduced President Obama, and President Obama came out spitting some Eminem. It was really cool, and he was very, very. I thought it was really cool, and I just wanted him to,
Yeah.
He had done that move. He had done that move already. He can't do it twice.
He's been there, done that. Yeah. He's been there, done that. No, go ahead.
I just wanted to add, speaking of seeing famous people over the weekend, I did see the wonderful Stephen Hill and the lovely Shantae Moore at the Stevie Wonder concert.
Yes, and we will talk about that.
Okay.
To get your reviews on that. Absolutely. So Myra's all napped up. Or
you ever have that time when I'm gonna lay down for 5 minutes and then you have to be at work in 30 seconds?
Yeah. Yes.
I wasn't asleep, y'all. I was not asleep.
I tried. I couldn't do it today. I've been up since about 4:30, and then about 5. I was like, let me see if I can. And no, didn't happen.
They called me about 4:30 this morning. I'll still be up.
Okay.
That's the downside of taking a long nap.
Welcome to our world, Quinn. And don't you dare come close to it. You don't want any of this. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna try not to. I've been taking my ginger shots and my turmeric shots. I've been doing my walks.
Good for you. All right, let us talk about the What You Need to Know newsletter. This is our Monday through Friday effort to super serve the African American community. Every day we have youngins who are contributors to the newsletter. Today is Kwyn Townsend Riley Day. Her brother Cameron is Tuesday and does politics. Coy Malone is our social justice contributor, and Aprilette Russell is our mental health and wellness. Young Kwyn knows this, and I'll just tell people who don't. Our newsletter is absolutely free. We'd love to have you subscribe. Please go to SybilWilkes.com, give us your name and your email address, and we'll have it in your email box every Monday through Friday. And then we talk about the newsletter later on in the evening, which is where we are now. Our LGBTQ contributor, LGBTQIA plus contributor, wrote about the first trial verdict to convict someone of a federal crime against a trans person.
Yes,
That's a
so
big deal.
this is a historic ruling for a conviction of someone of a federal crime against a trans person. And I'm going to say what happened first before I add my comment as an abolitionist for this criminal justice system, because I think that's important. But so following the first trial verdict to convict someone of a federal crime against a trans person, Daquan Lamique Ritter was sentenced to life for the murder of is it Dime Doe in South Carolina. On August 4th, 2019, Ritter lured Doe to a remote area in Allendale, South Carolina, and shot her 3 times in the head. Ritter burned his clothes and discarded the murder weapon, and repeatedly lied to law enforcement about his involvement in Doe and with her. This historic case also is historic because it's the first trial under the Matthew Shepard and James Byrd Jr. Hate Crime Act. And this was an act because James Byrd, who was a Black father of 3 in Texas, and Matthew Shepard, who was a gay student in Wyoming in 2009, was murdered. James Byrd was also murdered in 1998. So the act expanded the federal definition of hate crimes to include gender, disability, gender identity, and sexual orientation. And the trial only took place over 4 days. So this was a very quick turnaround for this type of case. And like I said, this happened back in 2019. And he was found guilty of the hate crime, firearms, and obstruction charges. The federal prosecutors were able to show text messages and social media messages that showed that Ritter was upset that it had been circulating in the area, his secret involvement with Dime Doe, who is a Black trans woman. And so they were able to reveal that the main reason, the motivation behind the crime was that Doe was trans. And there have been other people who were prosecuted under the act. In 2017, a 29-year-old Joshua Brandon Ballum was sentenced to 49 years in prison for the killing of another trans woman, Mercedes Williamson, in Mississippi, after he pleaded guilty to the crime, saying that he would have not killed her if she was not transgender. As historic and as justice fueled this seems, I want to acknowledge that these are all Black people. This is a Black man that's been sentenced to life. That was another Black man that was sentenced to 49 years in prison. And as wonderful and as hopeful and as sweet it may seem to hear this type of verdict and type of conviction, I want to also hold the same system accountable that still did not provide any type of prevention or any type of justice, still for Breonna Taylor and Eric Garner and George Floyd and all these type of things. So I can't be happy on one side and then get mad at you in a second. I gotta be mad at you for the whole thing. And I don't think it's a coincidence that for this historical marker that they choose to actually sentence a Black man to life in prison and not all these other type of white assailants or white folks that have also perpetuated hate crimes and other incidents where there have been like racialized hate as well. And so I'm just thinking about that. I'm holding both contentions. But I do think that this is something, hopefully, that more organizations will look towards seeing transphobia as something so vile, so vicious, that it has been something that can motivate somebody to kill somebody just because of their gender identity. And so when we talk about keeping Black women safe, like that has to include Black trans women, because Black trans women are also worthy of love. They need to be loved out loud. They need to be loved normal. Somebody being trans is normal. Someone being attracted to trans women is also normal. And so that also should be celebrated and acknowledged too.
Well said. So how do you go from there, Kwyn? In our individual corners of the world, how do you propose that we go forth in trying to lift up this issue and making it as important for the Black trans people as we do for the George Floyds and all of that? How do we? What's that next step in your mind?
I think we have to see trans people are people, right? Like the separation, celebrating the differences should be a celebration, but not a divider. And I think sometimes right now we get so caught up in the fact that, like, oh, we're talking about queer issues and not Black issues, but there are Black queer people. And so once we acknowledge that we are actually living at the intersections in real time, then people wouldn't get so caught up in the different type of boxes. And I think additionally, again, like transphobia is looking like you are scared to love someone because they are trans. Homophobia is looking like you're scared to love someone because you don't want to appear gay. Or transphobia is being so scared that somebody finds out you're in a relationship with someone that's trans. And it seems so ridiculous to even say out loud, but people are literally killing people for that ridiculous notion. So within your community, within your family of people, when people are making a joke about trans women, when people are making a joke about queer women, when people are making a joke about someone's usage of pronouns, normalizing it could actually save someone's life. And actually normalizing it is a part of gender affirming care that we can do outside of the hospitals and for the youth. And it's also suicide prevention, because we talked about last week, right? Like how these bills are killing young people, like they're killing them. And this is another young person, like Dime Doe, I think was under the age of 25. So if we can't even let trans children become trans adults, these people aren't even able to see the age of 35. I think everybody deserves to be old, right? So
in the state of Texas, it's a big topic now in the Senate race, and talking about trans and allowing trans athletes participate in women's sports and what have. I mean, it is so last century, and I don't even mean the 1900s. It's so 1800s the way that they're looking at this, and it started a conversation, but it's a long way from being finished with it. And I think that, one man using this as a way to be reelected to the United States Senate is a travesty. Instead of addressing the topic and saying we've got to do better by our children, by our citizens. It's just very frustrating. It's maddening. And the fact that they are calling out people and using them as scapegoats in order to get reelected is just, it's so disappointing and maddening. But I thank you for that. Let's talk also about another topic that's in our newsletter on a weekly basis, Black and Missing. This appears to be two sisters who have been missing. Jewel and Vinnie Carlock have been missing from Memphis, Tennessee since October 17th. And according to authorities, Vinnie is driving with Jewel Carlock. They may be traveling in a gray 2008 Honda Accord with Tennessee tags reading 056, B as in boy, F as in Frank, G as in George, L as in Larry. They have a medical condition that may impair their ability to return safely without assistance. Take a look at their pictures. If they look familiar to you and you've seen them around that time, October 17th, please go to the Black and Missing Foundation website and report what you've seen, and let's bring those lovely women home. Something else that I did want to mention. Stephen Hill is a man who reads the newsletter from top to bottom.
or at least the bottom.
Okay. Well, maybe he goes from the bottom up, which is probably more your style. They are looking at the What You Need to Know newsletter and the Little Known Black History Fact. And Stephen Hill was singing a song at the top of the show.
Oh, that's my cue? Yeah. Uptight, everything is all right. Out of sight, clean out of sight. But and most importantly,
said Stevie Wonder. But Kwyn, did you Google it?
Okay. He was a co-writer. Stevie Wonder was a co-writer, as was Hank Cosby, who was a big producer, but also Sylvia Moy. Yep. Sylvia Moy, a huge influence, and the reason that Stevie Wonder stayed at Motown when Berry Gordy wanted to get rid of him.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the great thing about here's the great thing about that, Berry Gordy wanted to get rid of him. Sylvia Moy made him keep Stevie Wonder, which is probably why Berry Gordy kept Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5, after Michael's voice changed. So It paid ahead. It paid forward.
Did you see, speaking of Sylvia Moore, did you see the rock and roll induction ceremonies?
I have not seen it yet. Myra and I were at the same place at the same time while that was going on.
Suzanne DePass she received the Erdogan Award.
She did.
Yeah.
Sylvia, there is no Jackson 5 without Suzanne DePass. There's no Lonesome Dove either. That's a whole nother thing.
Right.
But she's a very young woman who convinced Berry Gordy to let her take control of the Jackson 5 and got them. She's responsible. She's got a great story about how that happened for Michael Jackson on the Ed Sullivan Show in 1969. And she really was the architect of the Jackson 5, how they looked, how they moved, how they sang, and then had a furthered with a career in Motown Records, and then became a TV producer, and just one of the more lovely people you will ever meet in your life. I was so glad to see that the Ahmet Erdogan Award for her.
Congratulations to her. And I was listening to a radio show and somebody was saying, "Who is Susan DePass?"
Why are you listening to white radio? Why are you listening to white people? Why are you listening to white people? Just wipe them off. Wipe them away. Just wipe it away.
I was listening to news at the top of the hour, and I was listening to network news, and all of a sudden they came into the local, and I was like, "You don't deserve my listenership." You're right. Wipe them out of there. Let's move to what's really going on. And our question of the day has to do with Halloween. Do you all observe Halloween? Do you dress up? Do you buy candy? Do you give it out to the little darlings who come to your doors? No, Myra.
No. That's
not the question. I'm just no. But do you?
No, and I'm not anti Halloween. I just for many years I was working, so I was never home on Halloween, and now where I live, I think that there are 3 children within a 2-mile radius. So,
well, they can take home a whole bucket of candy.
Well, here's the thing: you're not gonna be as big as my whole doorway standing to about trick or treat. Take your grown behind to a masquerade party and never mind banging on doors, begging for free candy.
So Kwyn, this will be your first year in your new home. Are you able to see if there are children in your building? Or you have it in your office for the kids?
I will be passing out candy on campus. LA does Halloween really, really big. I'm really
my gosh, yes.
Every day is Halloween in LA.
Yes.
West Hollywood, come on down to Santa Monica Boulevard.
Okay. It's all the way live.
There's like mixology classes, and my building has something with like
and the show
party and the shows and my Chanel Monet's thing and all that stuff. I don't know if I'm still gonna have time to really dress up because we have a couple events and I need to take my hair down. And if you know, braids take like 3-4 days to take down. So I don't know if I'm gonna dress up, but I will go get some free candy because I love candy. So why are you laughing?
Stephen Hill's choking.
No.
Stephen, I know you're a sweets person.
I am. Oh yeah. No, I don't do it. I never went out. I didn't go out that much for Halloween. It was never a big thing for me. I've always been involved in friend groups for whom it's like the thing, right? And being out LA, like Kwyn said, it's the thing. Like, I don't know how you know that without actually been in LA for a Halloween, but when you actually see it, it's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna change your life.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Although I think a good, masquerade party, it's like fun though too.
But that's like a week of the Tom Joyner cruise for me.
That's just a weekend in Vegas with a password. So
hello.
I have bought candy and even when I was doing morning radio, I would put the candy out at night and say, help yourself. Please leave some for everybody else. And I come downstairs after an hour. Sometimes the bucket would be turned over. Sometimes there would be no bucket at all.
That's right. They take the bucket too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, oh, I need something to carry my candy around in. Okay. But here, the parents, with the little kids and stuff like that, and I've been on this show, and they, you hear the doorbell ring and stuff like that. But my question really is about the candy, and if you are going to buy candy, do you purposely buy candy that you don't like so that you won't eat it? Or are you like someone I know who will buy candy that, you like and your best friend likes and can save some of those for those days where you're just having a hankering for Twix?
Well, I was one of those weird people. I would pass out little boxes of Raisinets, healthy snacks. Yeah, the kids would never have.
Not raisins.
No. Raisins, not Raisinets.
Got it.
Raisins.
So my real question to you is, how did you get the egg off of your house?
And the toilet paper out of your trees.
How did you? Is it more of a scrub motion, wax on, wax off?
So Kwyn, what kind of candy will you buy for the kids at school?
I get what I like to eat as well. I did the same thing when I was an RA. I would celebrate each month everybody's birthday, and I would get the cake flavor. I always got marble. It was half vanilla, half chocolate. So even if they didn't eat it, I was like, I know I can eat this at the end of the day. So it's always going to be something that I can eat at the end of the day.
Is that your favorite cake, the marble?
Marble, yes.
We had that question last week about your favorite dessert.
Oh, about cake? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If I did get it, usually it would be Mr. Goodbars, or it had to be the Hershey's. Kwyn, I did not hate on your marble cake. You just gave me hate candy face. You gave me hate candy face.
Oh, that's funny.
Mr. Goodbar is not real candy.
What is it?
What is it?
I've never seen a kid actually eat those. I've always seen them, but I've never actually seen like the wrapper emptied. Usually I see a Hershey's bar emptied.
Because I ate them
It's
all.
the same thing as a Hershey bar, though, isn't it?
Is it? I thought it was like
Hershey's with almonds or Mr. Good. It has to be chocolate with nuts. Don't confuse me. I don't want the chewy caramel. No, chocolate, nuts, period.
And I'm a Hershey bar girl. I'm a Hershey's, a Kisses kind of girl, but I really, for some reason, Twix with the crunchy cookie and the caramel and the chocolate. Oh, baby.
Really? That was your...
Yeah, that's my thing. And Snicker bars for Yolanda so she can stand over the sink.
There's a lot of substitution happening on this channel right now. There's a lot of substitution happening. Keep going.
Stephen Hill, what about you?
What about me?
What's your candy of choice?
Jelly beans, always. Jelly beans.
Always
jelly beans. Which is why, but you can't do jelly beans at Halloween because it's unwrapped. You can't do like, oh, here's a bean for you.
No, any time of the year because they're unwrapped.
But I will say this: chuckles. The closest thing are the sun-kissed fruit gems, individually wrapped, sun-kissed fruit gems.
Oh, I bet that's a real popular.
That's so funny. It's a special place in my heart because my dad used to send them to me when I was in college.
Oh, that's sweet.
Destroyed your snark, didn't I?
No, I just thought he was just trying to get rid of some candy. Maybe one of his clients gave him.
No, I rebuke that.
That's okay. We used to have the Brock's candy in the living room, the individual sour balls and stuff.
Just the great Brock's is the best. I don't know why. Never mind.
You don't know why what?
I'm not sure why there's not more Brock's candy in this world, right? They had the little nougats. Remember the little Brock's and nougats? And they had their jelly beans, and it's hard to find them anymore.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of people are mentioning Kit Kats. Kit Kats was my backup.
Okay, Kit Kats. Okay. Yolanda, let's do that, shall we? With people. Okay. Pamela Sullivan on Facebook. My aunt always gave out apples, and she couldn't understand why no one came to her house.
You know what I just bought? So we used to call them taffy apples back in Chicago. They always came out around Halloween.
Right.
I just bought a package of 3 with the brown, and then
those are good.
Oh, my mom used to bring those home. Yeah, because they would give them to the kids in the school.
They don't call them taffy apples everywhere. What do they call?
Caramel.
Caramel apples. Right.
Caramel
Yeah.
apples. We said taffy apples. Yeah.
Okay. Shirley Ann Tony Davis, thank you on Facebook. She says, I observe hollow hymn.
Well, all right.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to need some explanation. I'm not sure.
I was just about to say I
Hollow
don't mean to sound like the
well, God bless you. God bless
what is hollow hymn?
She'll explain to you, or we'll just
okay.
keep it going. Linda Williams on Facebook. People take their children to the firehouses. That's what I did last year with my great nieces and nephew. It was safe for a very large trunk or treat. Yeah, they do that at a lot of the churches too. On like the Saturday before.
They just asked for some cars at the church I went to this past weekend for a trunk or treat. That's such a cute idea.
Renita Bland on Facebook. I stopped passing out candy. I buy the next day when it's on clearance for myself.
Can we get Drew Frederick on here?
Okay, Yolanda, can you put up Drew, please?
What did he say?
It's coming. It's coming. Drew Frederick on Facebook. I give the children candy and the adults get a shot of alcohol. Oh, you're at Tom Joyner's house. Tom come back for more drinks. Tom used to give out candy for the kids and give out the little bottles of Patron to the adults that were for the kids. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, sir, it is November 2nd. Would you please stop knocking on my door?
Got any more candy?
Trick or treat.
Yes, because it is. It also is officially Scorpio season.
Thank you for that. Okay. Hollow hymn is Christ jeans or Jesus.
Christ Jesus.
Christ Jesus. That darn spell check. That's what Shirley Ann Tony Davis correct is Christ Jesus. Thank you. Okay. So Sonia Hall on YouTube. My husband and I always wore costumes and passed out little treat bags full of good assorted candy that we like. He passed away in March of last year, and I haven't passed out any candy without him. Sorry. Well, when you're ready, there's going to be somebody else who's willing to pass out candy with you. Just say that. Brenda McCutcheon on Facebook bought a bag of 1,000 Dum-Dums one year. It took me years to get rid of those little suckers and still had all the root beer flavor left.
Player, I am that. I still have a root beer Dum-Dum from the year 1967. For sure. Nobody. Why did long after Dum-Dum should have stopped making root beer, they were still making root beer. Nobody likes root beer. Nobody likes root beer. It's kind of like cream soda. Never mind. I forgot where I am. Never mind. Never mind. I forgot where I am.
Did you just say something against cream soda?
Nah. I forgot where I was.
He did not.
Okay.
Aubrey W on YouTube. I always buy candy that I prefer in chocolate, and if I buy candy for Halloween, I give out the old school candy: Boston baked beans, Red Hots, Lemon Heads, and Skittles. Yolanda.
That's movie candy there. Boston baked beans.
Is it? What movies are you going to? Are they in color?
No.
I have a movie to recommend. Remind me when we get into trending. I do have a movie.
No, do it now. Let's do it now.
Janet Ferguson on Facebook. I would buy what I like when I did give it out. What was left, I would give to the students at the school across from where I live. They won't get any this year, though. Oh.
What happened this year? Wait, what? Now I'm curious.
Why is that? Why is that, Janet?
Maybe they're mad, or maybe
you're not buying candy. They don't deserve the candy.
I mean, I did hear it is expensive.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Really? I haven't bought candy in years. How much is it?
And it's smaller sizing.
It's smaller, and you can't get the be big will to give out the regular size candy bars. Arthretta Wilson on Facebook. I give the good stuff. I make little bags. This year I made little haystacks filled with candy, brown paper bags frayed and gathered with ribbon in the middle. Look at you, old crafty Arthretta.
That was so nice.
Nice. How crafty are you?
Lovely.
Okay. Just give the kid candy.
Oh,
too expensive. Janet Ferguson said, "Yeah."
I've caused a marital rift, obviously. By the way, during this segment, I just want to point that out. As my wife texted me and let me know that, like, what's up with you? I like root beer and cream soda.
Oh,
and you did not know that?
So
wait a minute. You've
Somebody
already had 2 wedding
no.
anniversaries.
No. I knew the cream soda. That's why I backed off a cream soda real quickly.
That's why
I was unaware of the root beer part was the new one. I hope she forgives me.
Okay. All right. Now I am that parent that had to inspect all of the candy that the children brought home. So this Mr. Goodbar doesn't look safe. I'm gonna take that out of your bag. You don't use that.
One of my favorite bits is Jimmy Kimmel and him filming the parents filming them telling the kids that they ate all their candy the next morning.
I thought that was so cruel. I hated that. I hated that bit. I'm like, that is not a nice thing to do.
But Myra, it's just so funny. The kids are like, I would have given you some.
That is so cruel.
Sean S. on YouTube. Halloween is really big in my neighborhood. We have over 500 homes, and we actually get about 300 kids. How do I know? I give out mini bags. My favorite candy, M&M's, plain or peanut?
Peanut.
Plain. They don't make. I'm not sure. Do they make mini peanut bags?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sure. You can get. Yeah, you can get.
I wasn't aware.
Yeah. But I don't know if you guys know they have mega M&Ms too.
Mega.
They have M&M minis, and then they also have big old mega M&Ms too.
Yeah.
I had them in Ohio.
What was your favorite M&M colors? Shout out to my cousin Charles.
That's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
They got Magnum M&Ms.
Magna.
I say Magnum.
I was trying to put that together in my head, like,
jeez, Louise. Get out of the gutter.
Well, if you're lucky, okay.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I have been off the scene for a while.
That would be crazy.
It gives a whole new meaning to melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
Okay.
Dion L. Solomon, peanut butter M&Ms on Facebook. All right.
Otherwise known as Reese's Pieces, but keep going.
That's my next go-to.
Break it down, Stephen Hill. Break it down.
Everybody, by the way, now that we're here, I have to say it. You know, E.T. offered M&Ms that place in the E.T. movie. They offered M&Ms like, we'll have you use M&Ms. And they said, no, we don't think this is going to be all that fun. So that's how it became Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
They offered to M&Ms first.
Reese's Pieces said, no. We'll take it.
Reese's Pieces, who was relatively new to the market,
they were young.
like, we're in. We're doing this.
Yep.
And the rest, as I said,
could have been M&Ms. M&Ms could have taken you.
That's right. And it is literally the movie that built Reese's Pieces.
Yeah,
literally the movie.
Well, I can tell you what's not going to build Beetlejuice is Burger King and purple buns. Purple buns.
I missed that.
Yeah, it's I made the mistake of going to Burger King the other day, and they were advertising the burgers with purple buns. I know it's just food color. I know, but it was just something.
They got Krabby Patties now at Wendy's too.
They have what patties?
Krabby Patties.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
You can get some Krabby Patties at Wendy's, but I heard it's disgusting. So I wouldn't suggest it.
Oh, I might be open to that. I don't know. All right.
Sybil, when's the last time you saw purple buns?
Well, when he fell on his bottom.
Here it is. Here it is. I give it to you. I give that to you. Here, it's
I told him to watch his step, but no.
This is October. It was over the summer. He was performing with Blue Ball.
Smack.
Yes, Sybil, I heard that. I don't know if everybody else did.
I know. I heard that as well.
They not like us. They not like us.
Okay. Yolanda, let's close this out. You got any good ones? Orange M&M says Joan V. Okay, orange. Aren't you glad I asked that one? Okay, all right.
Orange M&Ms.
Orange.
Did you used to lick them and make lipstick as a kid? That's what
Shirley and Tony Davis with a hollow hymn. I love aqua color M&M aloneness.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think she meant alone. Okay. She meant alone. But I never paid attention to the color. I think that's such a, what's the word?
So you never heard about like the writers for musicians?
Van Halen. It was Van Halen.
Van Halen, right.
Van Halen said you have to give me M&Ms and all the green ones have to be pulled out. all the green ones. So whenever you go to whenever an artist plays somewhere, there's a rider called the rider to their contract. And what that means is the promoter has to provide these things for an artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Stevie Wonder, so it's funny. I'll use my wife for example. My wife's rider consists of hot water and honey. And since I came along, it's been hot water, honey, and a bottle of flavored Ciroc. Right, that's on her rider. So to the green M&Ms, Van Halen used to have a rider where they'd have whatever kind of alcohol, and they say M&Ms with all of the green ones pulled out. Fun fact.
And that is, it really is just a way to make sure people are reading and understanding, you know, what you want. But that became a thing.
Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, it did. Yes,
it became a thing.
Yeah. I have seen some riders that are ridiculous. And it's all it's at the promoter's expense. Anyhow, I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sure Yolanda's about to pull my plug. So I'm
yes, she is. She's about to pull your plug. Absolutely. And especially if you don't have any cream soda or root beer. Let's move to trending topics. First of all, Stephen Hill, happy birthday in advance.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And most importantly, happy anniversary in arrears.
Well, I'll leave that to the two of you. I was going to say belatedly, but okay.
I'm not.
I'm handing it to you.
No,
I know, but that's one I can't. I can't. I just can't.
I love my wife madly, as everybody there knows. I love my wife madly. We've been married for 2 years now.
So much trouble. Get the cream soda and root beer now.
Yes.
Did you all do anything, or was the Stevie concert a part of your anniversary celebration?
No, our actual anniversary celebration is going to the restaurant where we had our first date, which neither of us knew was going to be a date until it ended. It all of a sudden became a date. So we go there. And what she doesn't know, and I'm not going to tell her now because she's obviously watching, is the big thing is happening on the 30th. We're doing something on the 30th. So I'm very excited. But, you know, I'm the luckiest guy that I know. I've said that here many times, and I will keep saying it. I love my wife madly.
And she tolerates you.
Tolerates a word I believe we've used in therapy. Very nice. Very astute of you. Myra?
How was Stevie Wonder concert, Myra?
Oh my God. It was awesome. But what do you expect from the eighth wonder of the world? Absolutely fantastic. And here's the thing. I don't care how many times you see him, and if he plays for an hour and a half or 2 hours, whatever, you walk away and go, you know what? He didn't play.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it was. So I saw three shows in 10 days.
Oh, wow.
I went to New York, I went to Philly and Atlanta. Myra, Atlanta was the best show.
Okay.
If for no reason you got Joy Inside My Tears and Love's in Need of Love Today, right? So they're not songs he played anywhere else. And we found out at that show that he based the song All I Do on the Beatles' Michelle, my belle.
I've heard that before. Is that true?
It is true. He said it out of his own mouth.
Really?
Look, he is a genius. Like Prince is the only one that has ever come around during our lifetime on his level in terms of music ability, quality. He's in the best voice that you've ever heard him in years. If you can see the show, and he's coming out basically to support Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
That's the reason he's on the road, is to support Kamala Harris. I'm sorry, I said it wrong the first time.
That's okay.
So
That's all right.
I got excited. I'm sorry. It's Kamala Harris, and so he's. I just want. Jesse Collins and I talked about that like this morning. We've got to get him to do the documentary before it's too late.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He has not done it. He's resistant to it, and he said in a concert, actually, I'm gonna do the documentary one day. And I was like, oh, you make that call now.
I have something about Stevie Wonder, then I was gonna hop off if that's okay, so I could go to class.
Oh yeah, please. Your education.
So, fun fact: my mom is absolutely in love with Stevie Wonder, and he performed at the Taste of Chicago. And she said, "Okay, this is my chance to get my husband." You know, and my mom, she got all dressed up. She did the whole makeup. She did the whole nine. And then it was either myself or my sister, but one of us was just like, "Why are you doing that? And he can't even see you." So I just wanted to admit that I apologize to the eighth wonder of the world. you could have been my father in another day, maybe this day. I don't know. We gotta take the ancestry, blood test. But that's what I was gonna say. I do love his music, and I appreciate y'all. So I'm gonna go to class now.
Didn't she do that with Michael Jordan too?
No, she actually got asked on a date by Michael Jordan. She turned him down, I think.
Oh, wow.
And then my other cousin got asked on a date by Lil Wayne. And so, and I'm trying to get, a scholar. I'm trying to get Mark Lamont Hill. That's what I love. I love Mark Lamont Hill so
much. Is that right? Oh,
yes.
Never mind.
Sorry, but that's an easy get. Okay. All right, no problem.
But let me find out. Okay. Scorpio, let me leave my braids in a little longer. Why are you ducking? What is it? You're making me nervous.
I'm sorry. I think you have to go now, don't you?
I won't forget this for next week. Goodbye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Go be brilliant. I knew this day was going to come. This just came across as we started the show. Amazon is shutting down their same-day delivery service. They will continue to offer same-day delivery and in-store pickup for select Amazon Today selling partners through January 24th. But as of now, that same-day delivery service, they're winding it down. That allowed customers to order from a brick and mortar and get the quick local delivery. I've been able to do that a lot, and the service largely will be shut down by December 2nd. I know it's just me. It's just me and the Amazon guy. We got a thing going on, but it was, and it will go. It's shut down by December 2nd, and then completely done by January 24th of 2025.
Me and Mr. Amazon, we
Right.
got a thing.
Oh, did Stevie sing my song?
Yes, he did.
Third song on the show.
Yes, he did.
Good.
Wait, no, not third. I'm sorry, I was thinking of the wrong song. Yes, late in the show he did sing that. He sings that on most of the shows. Yes.
Yeah.
So great.
Stephen Hill, where is the lovely Shantae Moore appearing this weekend, your birthday weekend?
In Yoshi's in the Bay Area. If you're in the Bay Area, please come through. Tickets available. 4 shows, some of them are sold out, but please make sure you get your tickets. And she got a great show planned. First show since China, so it's going to be a very, very, very big deal. So this is a big deal. So Yoshi's 2 shows, and my birthday's on Saturday, so she'll be singing. I'm hoping she sings my favorite song on Saturday.
It all depends on the cream soda and the root beer.
Myra, do you have any appearances? Anything coming up?
I don't have anything lined up just yet, but perhaps soon and very soon. I believe. Nothing concrete.
All right. Anybody worried about Listeria? No. It's not a group. It's not a singing group. It's not.
What is Listeria?
Where is it?
I feel like I should know what that is.
Listeria is in everything from deli meat to frozen waffles and pancakes. And Listeria recalls seem to be making headlines across the country and more frequently. And they're seeing an uptick in the contaminations of food products, including a more complicated food supply chain. They say every step of food processing, there's an opportunity for contamination. And because we are more likely to eat processed foods, that means that the opportunities for Listeria contamination grows greater. Consumers want ready to eat. They want it now, and that's processed, and that means it's going to happen. Health officials are also investigating an E. coli outbreak linked to McDonald's Quarter Pounders in multiple states. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, they say it's not known which ingredient is making people sick, but the 2 that I've heard are the sliced onions and the burgers.
Or hear me out on this.
Okay.
I don't think it's coincidence that Trump did a drive-through at McDonald's and there's E. coli. It's his hair plugs.
That's all I'm saying.
Take
it if you want to or not. At least 49 people in 10 states have been sickened in the outbreak. 1 person, an older adult in Colorado, unfortunately has passed away. 10 people have been hospitalized. Cases have been reported in Colorado, Iowa, Kansas, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Oregon, Utah, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. Listeria infections are caused by eating food contaminated with a bacteria called Listeria monocytogenes. And the symptoms to look for if you think that you might have been contaminated by listeria: headache, fevers, changes in your mental status. Oh, that's Wednesday for me. Difficulty walking, and even seizures. According to the Centers for Disease Control, they're warning people also may experience a stiff neck and flu-like symptoms such as muscle aches and fatigue. And of course, there again, older people are more apt to get a case of listeria. People who are pregnant and babies with a weakened immune system.
And McDonald's has ordered the cessation of quarter pounders and many of it, but you're still free to Big Mac yourself to death. So go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Or get the chicken, the big chicken.
Chicken McColi, I believe it's called.
Yeah.
The Justice Department is warning Elon Musk PAC that its $1 million voter giveaway could be illegal. Imagine that. The DOJ sent a letter to the tech billionaire super PAC, America PAC, warning that its $1 million daily giveaway in battleground states may run afoul of federal law.
Because we can't give out water. We can't give out a bottle of water in Georgia, okay?
Wait, so what are the details of this $1 million giveaway? I've heard about it, but I haven't heard the details yet.
So here's the deal. People must be, they have two requirements. People must be a registered voter in one of the 7 swing states and sign a petition supporting the First and Second Amendments. But they say that is paying for someone to vote or paying for their vote. And so the DOJ is on it, and that's. Do you remember, Myra, when Tom wanted to give away to get people to register vote, and he wanted to give away a Lexus with a kit?
I was going to say, what was it? A car? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like,
no, can't we can't.
Well, nobody's going to tell. I can't say what Tim Walz called Elon Musk, but nobody's going to tell Elon Musk that.
Dip.
He said he came on like a dip. I was crazy.
Look, yeah.
I know.
Not a dipstick. A dip.
I just don't want to give any. I just never want to give Fox News any ammo, because the people going to help us win this election are looking at Fox News right now.
Oh my God, yeah.
The people who are going to help us win this election are watching Fox News. I never want to give Fox News ammo. I was heartened because I saw who's the guy who interviewed Harris? Brett Baer actually had some so people who used to work with Trump are saying he's crazy. Like that he actually had that on Fox News. I'm like, let's go.
So I'm working on the story. I haven't put it in the newsletter yet, but this thing with the former chief of staff, General Kelly, and calling Donald Trump a fascist, and exposing all of this. The problem I have with this now, for people who are just coming in today, this was news all day, part of the day yesterday, but all day today.
Yeah.
And so Mark Kelly, the former chief of staff, a 4-star general, it was
John Kelly.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Right. Mark Kelly, the astronaut. So John Kelly, thank you, was the chief of staff for Donald Trump. And Donald Trump would say all of these things like what a great guy Hitler was. And he wanted his generals, his soldiers to be like Hitler's generals. He's like, they killed him, right? Like that. I want, and so all of these things about Hitler and his fascination with Hitler are really coming out. But the problem I have is that General Kelly will not say, for this reason, I cannot vote for this man. I don't know if it's because of the military, and military people are supposed to be apolitical, or if it is he doesn't really care who people vote for, or go ahead and vote for him. We're going to be all right. You other folks are going to be the ones who are going to feel the pain of this. What do you think, Stephen Hill?
He has said all that he needs to say to sway someone's vote. I'm fine with him not saying who he's going to vote for. I don't think
you're the second person I talked to today.
I think American citizens should, if they choose to say we're going to vote for, that's fine. If they don't, that's also fine. But what he's doing is like giving you all of the information that you need to know to make your decision. So if you need me to say like, and I'm voting for the other person, then you're not really paying attention. That's all. And so I respect his right to privacy and not say, but
what about all the Jewish people that he claims are his friends, and all of the Jewish money makers and stuff that have been giving him all of this money? I forget the woman's name. He gave her the Congressional Medal of Honor or something like that.
Trump?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, Trump's got some advertisements going on that go straight to like 3 older Jewish women having a conversation about how Kamala stands with the squad and she doesn't stand with Israel. That is, if you are sensitive to that subject, those ads are effective. Yeah. Those ads are really, really effective. He's dangerous because he has no problem lying. And some people don't really, if they hear it come out of your mouth, they believe it's the truth. Yeah. Right. And I don't want Yolanda to cut me off, but I know a Black woman who said, I'm worried about being tough on crime and I'm worried about immigration. And for that reason, I'm voting for Trump. Now, this is a woman of Dominican descent who's second generation here. It's amazing to me how many, as I talk to people, how many legal immigrants are really concerned with immigration and for that reason are voting for Trump. It's astonishing. I'm scared.
I'm scared too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm scared. I'm praying, but I'm scared.
I am too.
A big night last night on the basketball court. LeBron James and Bronny James made history playing together, the first father-son duo in the NBA history. The NBA's all-time leading scorer and his namesake, Bronny, made NBA history, taking the court together as they faced off against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And it was really cool to see the whole family there and father and son. It was just a good moment. Good. It was
a younger daughter's 10th birthday as well.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the birthday. Look, it was wonderful. Here's what I love more than anything else is that a Black man really just puppeteered an entire multi-billion-dollar organization to his whim.
Okay.
I'm playing with my son. I need y'all to know that. However's going to work is going to work. So
you do what you got to do, but I'm telling you.
Yes. Look, I think LeBron James is underrated in terms of his philanthropy, in terms of the way he moves culture, in terms of the way he moves business. His television with Spring Hill Production is off the charts.
Yeah.
And so the fact that he was able to move the NBA, he took his power as a player and really put it upon impaled it upon the NBA by getting his son in. His son is admittedly one of the not greatest players in the NBA.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. They're
he's not going to end up being a
But
starter.
by the way, I guarantee you there's someone in the Lakers organization in the back office who's not the best accountant, but their dad's the senior accountant. Yeah. Who's not the best promotions person, but their dad is the senior promotions person. So that's perfectly fine with me.
Oh, so you saw the Lakers story on Showtime.
So there it is. That's what it is.
Moving to entertainment this week, President Biden honored acclaimed filmmakers, singers, writers, and others who have made their mark on American culture, awarding the prestigious National Medals of Arts and National Humanities Medals to 39 recipients, and those whose names many of us know include Spike Lee. A big week for Spike Lee. He's a super fan.
Yeah.
And now this.
NBA Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Steven Spielberg, Ken Burns, and singers, of course, Missy and Queen Latifah. They were among the 20 recipients of the National Medals of Arts. The 19 recipients of the National Humanities Medals included playwright and screenwriter, a genius as far as I'm concerned, Aaron Sorkin, and the historian John Meacham, who's written he writes a lot of great books, but one of the best books about John Lewis ever, written by Professor Meacham. Mr. Biden took a brief detour in his remarks to give a shout out to Vice President Kamala Harris's run for the White House. He said, "I know the power of the women in this room to get things done and boost the next generation. adding that the female winners were proving a woman can do anything a man can do, and then some. And that includes being president of the United States.
That's
So,
right.
very nice.
And then he said, all praise is due to Walter Mondale.
Oh my God, not Mondale.
Oh, jeez.
It's what I'm here for. It's what I'm here for, player.
All right, let's close out with the jewel. This week it's been about judging. You can learn valuable lessons from others by judging less and listening more. So inhale, listening, and exhale, judging. I
don't have to do that much of an exhale on that one. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know. Oh, I'm going to see Jaden, my boy Jaden. His parents' weekend. I thought he wouldn't want us there, so I'm like, oh, good. I'm gonna come back to LA to be fine. He's like, no. I want you to come take me to dinner like you did last year. So I'm literally flying to Hartford. I'm flying from LA to Hartford, taking me to dinner, then flying my ass back here.
On your birthday?
No, before my birthday, like literally tomorrow morning. I will be at Coma. Come see me. I'll be at Kona Restaurant in West Hartford tomorrow night, taking my son to dinner.
Oh, happy Parents' Weekend.
But those are make great memories.
They are. Yeah, that's why I had
that's
why I was never. I'd make a joke about it. It was never a doubt. I had no.
Make great memories.
There's no doubt. I have no problem getting on a plane if he says he wants to be there. At almost 20 years old, he turns 20 at the end of this month. He turns 20.
My gosh.
If he says like, "Oh, I'd like if you guys do this," like I'm there.
Okay.
I love my boy. I love my boy.
Bravo. Good for you. And have a wonderful birthday and your anniversary celebration as well. The best to you and the missus. All right, everybody. Yes. Myra, talk to you soon. See you in the chat, in the text chat. And everybody, go out there and be good to each other.
Have a great week.
Aloha.